Robert Brooks was pronounced dead on December 10th at Wynn Hospital. Brooks, 43, had been serving a 12-year prison sentence since 2017 for first-degree assault. He was in prison for stabbing his girlfriend at the time. He arrived at the Marcy Correctional Facility only hours before the beating, after being transferred from another nearby state prison. The footage made public Friday shows correctional officers repeatedly punching Brooks in the face and groin as he sits handcuffed on a medical examination table. As one of the officers uses a shoe to strike Brooks in the stomach, another yanks him up by his neck and drops him back on the table. The officers then remove the man's shirt and pants as he lies motionless and bloodied on his back. Today we have inmates and a correctional officer react to this video. One inmate explaining that this goes on all the time in the state of New York.
COs in New York State, they're all white, and they keep everything in fucking check, bro. So if you're an inmate, white, black, Chinese, it does not matter. You rub them the wrong way or you remind them of a bully that they had, you're done. You better stay under the radar and put your head down and do your time, because you're not worried about an inmate in New York State. You're worried about a fucking CO. This is before. This is right before the call or right before they came and got him.
There's no audio. You can't turn audio
they
on.
don't have no audio on this.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because I want to know what was said.
They don't want to show it because they saying some real racist, nasty ass shit. I'll tell you that. New York State prison system is like your mediums have dorms, but they're locked like cottages. So it's like you have houses apart from each other with dorms or rooms, which would be cells, and you have a CO at the door locks, all that good stuff. When you move them in to the yard or on the walkway, you walk in the line, you get to where you're going, you show your ID. Like it's very systematic. Like there's a system that goes along with this. On his way to pick up the inmate that was involved in a disturbance or whatever took place. I want to know what happened, because for them to have this kind of reaction to getting this man, something had to take place. And he just got here from Mohawk. He's fresh in Marcy. So they were gonna put him in that van, but they're gonna put him in his van. Or they're gonna walk him past the van and then walk him all the way. So they're gonna walk him. And the reason why they're gonna walk him is because they can fucking put him in them arm bars and have his arms above his head, and it's a tactic. So they're gonna bring him to their infirmary, and that's where they're gonna be allowed to do what they do. They already beat him up bad, right? As you can see, they did him dirty, right? They punching him, bing, bang, beating him up, holding him down, grabbing his nuts. He was just grabbing his nuts. If you really look at it, he was just grabbing his whole shit. Had his fist on him and all that. Chill out, bro.
Hey, bro, if you stabbed a girl, dude, you deserved it too, but keep going.
Yeah, but this is this is where everybody.
I get the overall picture. No,
you don't get the overall picture. This is something that happens to everybody. It just doesn't happen. It just so happens that he was one of them, bro. This happens to everybody, bro. Yo,
it just so happens he died, right?
Yo, bro, they die on a regular basis. So let me go back to the story, right? I'm in Fishkill. I'm in a box. This is 07. I'm in a box. Late night, you're in your cell. It's dead quiet. The COs don't allow no noise at all. You're not allowed to talk to your cell, to the cell. If you do, you're gonna end up like this guy. Bullshit, you're not. So if you do talk to your slot, you gotta talk in sign language, and you gotta be real quiet, like a good old boy, like a good slave. And you sit there and you talk to your slot, and you hear them come in, and you get the fuck away from your door like a fucking kid, bro. They fucking keep you, yo, bro. Bro, you'll die in this motherfucker. So I'm in a box, lights is out. It's after 10. I try to catch I'm catching a night light from outside. The lights coming from outside. I could still read my book. So I'm reading my book, and all I heard is the flesh. Like I'm talking about, like it's a different kind of sound when you hear the flesh hitting the wall, right? And you could hear the footsteps moving, like you could feel the pressure from upstairs coming to downstairs, like you could hear the shit. And the windows are open. It's the summertime, so you're hearing shit. The windows, like it's quiet. You're hearing everything. Yo, they were fucking him up so bad, bro. You didn't know what was going on. Everybody was quiet. Everybody was just fucking real quiet, bro. And then the beating just stopped, and everybody just went to fuck to sleep. And then we woke up the next morning. They said that this dude fucking hung himself, bro. Come to find out, he flirted. So the CO that's head of the fucking beat up squad, his wife works the yard. So this kid was in the yard, and I don't know if he said something fly or he said something flirtatious. But whatever the fuck he said to his wife, bro, she put him in a box, bro. And when her husband came in that night, bro, he took care of that shit. There was another situation just like that. Wasn't there for that. I wasn't in the box at that time. But then there was another situation where a dude took a flight down the steps, bro. Just handcuffs on and long ass fucking flight down a flight of steps, bro. Cracked his neck and it was a wrap. Shit happens like that all the time. Dudes get beat the fuck up, die, bro. This is what they do, and this is how they keep the order. You go to 21A yard and Fishkill Correctional Facility, bro, at nighttime. You go there once, you're not coming back, bro. They deter you from going to that yard. They put you on that wall, and they want you to move. And if you move, you're gonna fucking die. They fucking put you Superman. It's like you're fucking flying, bro. And if you come off that wall, you're done, bro. Done, 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 done. So you do that one time, you don't want to do that shit again, bro. They're grabbing you by your fucking back of your pants, all kinds of shit. The fucking the ankles of your fucking pants and all that. Nasty, bro. And this is what they do. There's a beat up squad just like that in every fucking jail, bro.
I know there's a lot of people that feel the same way I feel, and this is why I'm here talking about this right now. I mean, we could have had this, you do this solo, and it'd been a kumbaya session, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, the other take about Luigi, his killing was justified because how the other dude was such a POS. This dude that got beat was a POS as well. Now I understand the bigger picture. That's why I'm able to separate what he did, so we can, because these obviously these corrections officers are going to hell with him. They're all going to hell. But let's another thing too is I'm glad they're getting reprimanded for this, because this could have been somebody that might have been not guilty, or it could have been somebody that didn't put hands on a female. And now we have these corrections officers right here showing their face. Hopefully they get fired. Hopefully they get charged for this, and it'll stop. And another thing too, that probably would never, it never is going to stop. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. That slick shit you saying, man. I hear what you're saying. What he was in there for was not a good thing, and I get it. Karma's
It's
a real
hard for
thing.
you to understand it because you was locked up and you
But
dealt with this same thing. I get that, but you're a hypocrite from hell, because you were telling me that Luigi is justified for what he did. How would these officers not justify for what they did? Did Thompson go stab a woman? No, Thompson didn't go stab a woman. A perception of Thompson being a CEO of of people getting their insurance
he was a serial killer in
rejected.
his own right. What do you mean, plug? What are you talking about, bro? You can't even compare the fucking two. Are you serious? This is what I mean. You be saying some wild shit.
Because it just shows your lack of empathy for women, bro.
What the hell? I said what he did was wrong, bro. First and foremost, right? We understand that. But there's a bigger fucking picture here, bro. This is something that takes place on a fucking regular basis all throughout New York State Department of Corrections.
What if this was a chomo?
Then you know what? If I don't think maybe the universe would have fucking maybe not let it come out, bro. I don't know. But for whatever reason, bro, this is being exposed.
Does
And
any of these corrections officers look familiar to you? Was you locked up in this?
no, I wasn't in this hub. I was Fishkill, Mid Orange, Wallkill, Sing Sing hub, down towards the city. This is more towards the west, upper west of New York, by Syracuse and all that. But the further up you go, the worse it gets. The worse, yo, bro. The further up you go, bro, it gets wild.
Sounds
You
like
can
North
be,
Florida.
you can go up towards Canada, bro, like Clinton and all that, and Elmira. Yo, they got COs with babies with nooses around their neck, on their arms, bro, with their sleeves rolled up. I fucking bullshit you not. It's
I
no,
think you
it's
said that in the Ian Bick interview. I heard you say that before.
yeah, this is no bullshit, bro. No bullshit, bro. You think that fucking Aryan, Ku Klux Klan, white nationalists, bro. Those are the guys, bro. Those COs, those are the ones that keep this fucking thing in check up there, bro. Fucking, it's wild, bro. It's a very different universe, very different realm in New York State.
Why do they got him in here? What is the point?
This is what I want to know. I want to know what is it that got them to this point? Because at the end of the day, bro, I bet you it's some bullshit. It's something that came from another facility and they were looking for something and they found something small, bro. One of these fuckers are related to the fuckers in the fucking Mohawk and they fucking told somebody and they say, yo, listen, and they say, yo, we'll figure it out. And they was looking for anything and then they found something. And if they didn't find something, they made something up and they fucking made sure this is where they got it to, bro. Beefed up fucking rednecks ready to fucking. These motherfuckers go deer hunting, bro, and boar hunting and fucking wrestle with fucking wild animals, bro.
I go deer hunting.
All right. Well, you stand next to one of these motherfuckers. Y'all could be related, bro.
I'd fuck all these dudes up.
Yeah, all right. It'll jump your ass and fucking disavow you, bro. See what they're doing? They're nasty, bro. They're fucking pressing down on his shoulders, fucking hands are behind his back. They got his fucking hands on his
Looks
neck.
like he's doing CPR.
They're not doing no CPR. Are you fucking crazy, bro? This is what they do, bro. Yo,
I'm
saying
it looks like that.
listen, it doesn't look like none of that,
Damn.
bro. Don't get him no fucking help.
Jesus
Yo,
Christ.
listen, bro. When I was in juvenile, bro, I was in Tryon, bro. Yo, rug burns. This is exactly how they would restrain you. I got restrained by Oliver Twist. And they called him Oliver Twist because they fucking twist your ass up like a pretzel. And that's exactly what he did to me. He fucking gave me rug burns. Guess what? I went and I went to the nurses and I said, yo, this is what happened. You know what she told me? She fucking said, go back to your cottage. Fucked me up, slammed me on my face, and they got me out of there and put me in another jail. But I didn't want to keep on going through what I was going through because I had fucking rug burns all over my face and they were handcuffing me and fucking me up, twisting my ankles, all kinds of shit. Just cause. Motherfucker slammed me and knocked me out one time. I didn't want to go through that abuse. That shit was crazy. So this is their tactics. All the way from juvenile, from fucking DFY, all the way to corrections. This is everything that they do. From the very young, bro. The Attorney General came forth and put up the videos of the body cams that were taken by the COs that were involved with, I guess you would call it murder at this point. But this is the video that took place. I'm going to give you a little backdrop of what happened or what we know took place so far. He was in his unit. There was some sort of pin pulled, and the squad came, pretty much extracted him. In doing so, they had him cuffed, restrained. They transported him to the infirmary, which had to be like maybe 100 feet away. They bring him in there, still cuffed, looks pretty battered and bruised. And this is where we are now. This is
and this is a black man and white correction officer. So they're all white correction officers, and there's no black correction officer at all. It's a black man, but the black man is in prison right now for stabbing a woman. So that's where this comes into a cluster to me. Like, I'm very mixed feelings about this.
I mean, it also depends on why.
True.
Let's do it like this then.
All right.
As Plug would do, let's play devil's advocate.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's say you're selling dope, right? And she robs you for 10 grand. You're just gonna let that ride?
This is a domestic violence situation, bro. I don't know if she got caught cheating. We don't know what happened. We don't know what's going on. But it could be a crime of passion. You never know. All I know is that when it comes to this situation right here, these COs do not discriminate, and they don't care. They don't care if you're Chinese, white, black, mixed, Spanish. They don't care. They will do the same exact thing to you because they are the ones that are in charge and they let it be known. Remember how we would talk about East and West Coast politics when it came to segregation and how the politics are out there? Well, out on the East Coast, man, the only segregation that you really have of racial segregation is the COs and the inmates. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what color you are on the inmates because you're going to be treated the same way. It does not fucking matter.
No, I get what you're saying on that. I'm just saying with the the stabbing thing.
Yeah.
But I do understand what you're saying. It could have been a domestic violence. It could have been a crime of passion. I'm sorry if I come into the room and I see my girl getting pounded out. I'm having both of them.
Maybe me too. You never know. It all depends
They're
on what
both
kind of
burnt.
mindset you're in. You never know. You never know. You
Right.
never know. So who knows? It could be that we don't know, but I
Do
definitely want to look
AZ, let
into
me
it.
ask you this though. Do we separate that because this dude dies from correctional officers? Do we separate what he did and focus on what the because at the end of the day, the overall picture is this
Absolutely,
could have been
bro.
somebody that was not guilty, right?
Well,
I mean,
he's in
yeah,
prison.
it could have
He's been
been,
convicted. He's been convicted,
but
bro.
well, being
I know
convicted
that DBS, but I'm saying, yeah, go ahead.
doesn't mean that you were rightly charged. You know that better than anybody, DBS. Not from. I'm not saying like, oh, you've had that happen to you. I'm just saying like, from watching stuff. People get
Yeah, but
falsely
from what I know
accused and
so
falsely
far,
charged and stuff
is
all the
he's been
time.
dealing with domestic violence and his girlfriend. So
Right.
we're straying outside of what it is that it could be. You know what I'm saying? He's been either he pleaded out or he went to trial and he blew trial, but he's doing his time, and
Yeah.
that's the gist of that. But the thing is, when it comes to these COs, right? That might be I don't think that would be a major factor because there's no molestation, rape, or anything like that. And these guys don't seem like they're the type to say, "Hey, we're vigilantes because you hit a woman." That's not just stabbed a
Now
woman.
that's a good point too, DVS. Their
Right.
intentions are not the same like a Luigi.
Those are the ego guys. Those are the guys that want you to know how long they've been here.
Yeah,
My
that's how
mom, she didn't care about
out
that
there.
shit. My
But
mom
see,
and her husband,
also
they don't
hoodlums
they don't wear
too.
their stripes like that. They don't do that
But it's a
because
thing
they
out
don't
here
care
in New
about
York
that.
State. It's a thing out here in New York State.
Mm-hmm.
They rock everything on their sleeve, bro. Everything's on their sleeve.
Big
Because
egos
it's an
over in New
ego
York.
thing.
Yeah, it's an
It's an
ego
ego
thing. Yep.
thing. That's why my mom, like I said, my mom and her husband both worked same amount of years. He's about to retire next year. They both done 26 years. Neither one of them rocked
Now
the
let's do this.
stripes.
Let's do this. And I don't mean to cut you off, right?
No, you're
Because
good. You're good. Yeah, no. We'll get too far off the page if we don't
so look at
keep it
all
in.
these CEOs right here. Look at them. Just look at them real quick and just take a real quick digestive pill of what it is that you're looking at, and let's try to help the people understand what they're looking at. So you got a sergeant right here with the cap on, with the belly and the white shirt, right? He's got 20 years in. You got this other CO. He's been down for a while. He's got a faded blue shirt. That's another way you could tell they seasoned. He's been down for a while. You got the other ones watching. They got body cams. But look at this guy with that hat backwards. The only one. Now, usually, right?
Hey,
That's the one
real
that
quick,
makes you
DVS.
happy.
So if they have a different colored shirt in New York, would that mean something different?
Yeah, so the blue shirt is a regular CO correction officer, and a white shirt is
Okay.
a sergeant or a lieutenant or above or a deputy of some sort.
Oh, okay. See, in Arizona, they just have. It doesn't matter if you've been there 30 years, you still got the same light brown, tan shirt.
Nah, but the sergeant, a sergeant is a sergeant. They still running this like the military, bro.
Oh, okay.
Everything's like the military. So you got your regular
Okay.
CO, be your, I guess, E2 or a
Hey, see,
private,
for
and
us,
then
a white shirt is somebody who's a civilian but works for the prison system.
now white shirt is how part of
Okay.
the higher ups.
Okay.
It's administration.
I
Everything
got
is
you. Okay.
administration with white person.
All right, I
But the
follow.
dude with his hat backwards and a hoodie. Now he's definitely a part of the beat up squad. He's part of enforcing shit however they want it to be. All these guys, they make sure that all the houses, they know who's in the houses. They got people that they check in with to make sure the houses are running smoothly. They got gang intelligence. He might be a part of gang intelligence. You never know because
Right.
anybody can have gang intelligence training and all that. But this
Okay.
dude specifically right here with this hat backwards, he he's the one to watch out for.
Okay.
Watch out for the rest too, because they hold them down. This is a thing. This is a culture that they have. Look, big boy up with the stepping on him,
And
choking.
tell AZ what he died from real quick.
So it was asphyxiation, something to do with his windpipe or something constricted where he could no longer breathe.
Oh, dang.
So whatever they did, they collapsed something to the point where it just stopped working, bro. So I guess when he went to
Wow.
sleep or he passed out, it just whatever.
Right after this, right?
Or it could be a possibility that they had somebody that they know working at a hospital, and they said, "Yo, just make sure he doesn't get attended to." And
Right. Right.
they made sure that he didn't get the attention that he needed in the
Well, they're
time.
pretty aggressive right there.
Bro, they're
Hey, in
nasty, bro.
Arizona, they won't get that aggressive unless you're trying to stab one of them, because in
Bro,
Arizona, inmates be suing DOC left and right for the dumbest, for the craziest shit,
yo, New York
like
State, you can't get it
silly
out of
shit.
jail, bro. You couldn't get to the law library. You wouldn't be able to get it out of mail. The mail will get checked. They'll fucking turn your mail around, rip it up, send you the box. Like as soon as you start putting 1984s in and all that, bro, it's a wrap. They're gonna get you out of this jail. They're gonna either kill you or they're gonna get you out of there, and they're gonna say, "Yo, you would never reach Albany. The grievance will get stopped on a
Now,
facility level, and it will never reach out."
in New York, is it the same for COs, like in the sense of with cops and like firefighters, how it's like a family generational thing usually?
Absolutely, bro. This is the
Oh, okay.
industry for
Okay.
the middle class of New York State, bro. This is the
Okay.
industry.
Okay.
These are the guys that lost they had farms and land before, and
Got you.
and all that shit. The dairy farms got
Okay.
taken out, and everything's gone. They went to corrections, bro.
Okay. I got you.
And all these inmates up here, 90% of them are all from New York City, bro.
Why
So
they have him here? What are they doing to him? Why is he in the medical? Trying
because
to get
that's the
looked at?
only because that's what they do. It's a safe place for them to do what it is that they're doing right now. You see how nobody said, "Yo, stop." Nobody said, "Yo, I'm calling somebody." There's nobody to call. These are the guys that are in charge at nighttime, bro. This is what they run the jail. This is their jail
Right.
at nighttime, bro. No, they don't fucking talk to nobody. They run the shit. It's
Is
like
there
this,
any
bro.
black guys? Any black
No,
correction
bro,
officers?
no. All the black COs are in the city, bro.
Brothers or cousins or
Cousins, fifth
married to
cousins.
somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep.
bro.
Hmm.
Yes, bro.
They all go eat and drink together, go bowling,
Yeah.
go hunting. They go hunting together.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I guarantee you
They're
there's
all
a
going to
fraternity.
prison
Yo,
together
yo,
too now.
listen to this. I bullshit you not. Listen to this. And, this is just something. This is my theory. I bullshit you not. I believe there's a secret society between the COs that they fucking count bodies of how many people they fucking killed. I bullshit you. Yo, bro, these
I
squads are
wouldn't doubt
serial
that.
killers, bro. Yo, AZ. I know I be sounding far fetched and I be saying some wild shit, bro, but I'm telling you right now, bro, they are serial killers, bro. I was in Fishkill Correctional Facility, and fucking 3 murders happened by the same fucking beat up squad, bro. 2 of them, they
I
said
know.
they
I could.
killed themselves.
I don't think you're far fetched for that, bro. I could definitely see that being a thing, bro. Where they're just like, oh
Counting
yeah.
bodies, bro.
Well, in my
Counting
career, I
bodies.
got 9 of them. How many did you get? Oh, I got 6. Oh, you sucked.
I
Like I
bullshit you
could see
not,
him doing some shit like that for
bro.
sure.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. The further you go,
Yeah.
the worse it gets. The further up north you go, the worse it gets, bro.
Now, is it different for different like if you're white or black or
Bro,
Mexican or
the
whatever?
white population in the New York prison system is maybe 1%, bro.
Right, but do the white COs treat the
They're
white
all
dudes
fucking.
different?
No, they get treated like shit
No.
too, bro. They're all
Okay.
fucking fiends or weirdos or something. You know what I mean? Like
At least it's equal.
everybody gets treated the same, bro. Does not
Wow,
matter what color you are, bro.
that's crazy.
Bro, when I went to DFY, bro, as soon as they heard my the way I spoke and they knew I was from the city, bro, they put a red light on me, bro. They fucked me up bad, bro. Like I'm talking about like knocked my tooth out my mouth, fucking slammed me on my
Damn.
face, gave me rug burns, all that shit. And I went to the infirmary and mind you, I'm young, bro. I'm like 14, bro. Grown ass men
Wow.
like this, bro. Yo, bro. At this particular time, I was studying the religion of Islam, right? The
Yeah.
CEO, one of these motherfuckers, 6'2", 6'3". Motherfucker's name was Oliver. I'll never forget it. He asked me, "Yo, what are you?" And before I could finish the sentence, well, not the sentence, the word Muslim, bro. Before I can get the M to the M, bro, I was in the air, bro, and I hit the floor so hard, bro. He knocked me out, bro. With one hand, bro, he picked me up and slammed me like he was
Man.
Hulk, bro. My shower slippers, my soap dish, my towel, everything was scattered around, bro. When I got up to try to put my slippers back on, he said, "Don't fucking move or I'll do it again."
Dang.
Then he brought me in the fucking back and handcuffed me and fucking rubbed my face into the fucking rug, bro. And had my ankles in the air, just like I was fucking doing this dude in the air, bro. Like a Hoover vacuum, bro.
Yeah, see, in Arizona, they can't do that. They'll get sued. It'll be a
I went
whole
to the
thing, bro.
infirmary, bro. I went to the infirmary, bro. I told the nurse, bro. She said, "Go back to your fucking cottage." Like it never happened, bro.
And she probably don't want to get beat up either.
They
Being
were all
real.
related, bro. They were all fucking related, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you were saying too. Yeah, yep.
I had to get out of there. I fucking made a shank, bro, and I tried to do it. I wasn't able to get him, but the fucking other CO that was with him
I
fucking
would have
slammed
tried
me.
too, bro.
Bro, they were fucking me up, bro.
I don't
Fucking me up
blame you. I don't
bad,
blame
bro.
you. No, I don't blame you. What do you think about me? Real quick, my mom's in the other room. What do you think about me asking her real quick? Like, I mean,
Yeah, bring her
you don't
up.
got to
Bring her
play
up.
the
She's
whole
got.
video, but let me just. I'll just ask her like,
She
"Hey,
probably
ma,
seen it. She probably seen it already. Az,
can
go
you
ask her.
beat up on people like that?"
Bring her up, dude. Go get her.
All right, let me go get her real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go get her real quick.
So so anybody watching that doesn't know AZ's background, so he was in Supermax in Arizona. Now, growing up, his mom was actually a corrections officer for years. She just retired. She's actually in a lawsuit with the same corrections that she was working for. She moved out of the state. She was by the book type of woman. So it's crazy when you have the lifestyle of AZ. You know, he had a great childhood, but he went straight into the streets head first and got addicted to methamphetamines, all kinds of stuff, and ended up stomping beat some guy's face and his teeth got shattered and shit. Um, and he ended up doing 3 years in the supermax in Arizona. So we're about to have his mom, if we can get his mom on, because she was a corrections officer. Her channel is Corrections Mama.
Here she is. You guys ask her the questions you want to ask her real quick.
Hello.
Hey, Mama AZ.
How are you?
I'm good. We're covering a story that just took place in New York State's Department of Corrections, Marcy Correctional Facility up over there by Syracuse. Um, there was a group of COs, about 14 of them. They extracted this one inmate from one particular unit and brought him to the infirmary. And this beat up squad is just fulfilling whatever it is that was told to them. This is just my theory, but we got a video that maybe you could take a look at and tell us what you think. This is something that takes place on a regular basis in New York State. This is a norm. Like how other states you would have that kind of like it would be very different. Like they run the show like all the way. Like and they keep their their foot on everybody's neck. It doesn't matter which race you are. They're gonna make sure that you understand the program.
As far as the chicken winging thing goes, it's hard to tell whether he was resisting before that or not because they don't really show footage before that, right?
That is
But
true.
even if he's resisting, there's no excuse to beat somebody, and it shouldn't have anything to do with their crime that they committed. These officers should be professional, and I don't know if maybe that just tells me that the prison system in that area is very corrupt because they had to get the okay to do that from higher ups. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, they would be without a job. They're probably going to get sued for this.
Well, more than that, I think they're going to go to get locked up for this. I think because the dude's dead. Like it's not just a beating. Like
Oh,
He's cuffed.
wow.
Cuffed, by the way.
They just keep walking him.
They might know it's on because that guy's in the way on purpose. Look at he's standing in the way on purpose. He's
No,
intentionally
no,
trying to
Pop,
cover up the camera.
he's hitting him in the face with the boot. They're choking him out. He's got the boot
And he's
hitting him.
cuffed up, right?
He's
He's
hitting his
restrained.
groin. He's hitting his groin too. They keep on hitting him in the groin. So he's stepping on his stomach, stepping on for no reason. He's hitting him in his stomach and his groin. He's pressing down on his neck. Can't do shit like that. They're grabbing his ankles. They're doing the fucking ankle lock.
Well, I'll tell you what, in Texas and Arizona, We have cameras on, and you get in trouble if you stand in front of the camera. You get in trouble if you turn off the camera, unless you say on camera, the battery's dying, I'm turning it off to switch batteries. Like,
Look, hitting him. He's not even resisting. He's not even doing shit.
well,
And
he can't because they kicked him in the nuts, and that immobilizes him, right? I mean, when you get kicked in the nuts, you're pretty much helpless, right?
of course, him on the stomach. He's hitting him in the ribs. He's trying to rub his, like, whatever that is.
If that's a sternum rub or something, that's supposed to be painful.
No, foot restraints. They're gonna put on the shackles because I guess they're gonna bring the transport or whatever. But
The leg irons?
Hmm?
Putting leg irons on him?
they just did that. Well, they're doing that now. They're trying to, at least.
Probably like people that have a propensity for violence, and because not every officer is going to go along with this stuff.
They're all
A
along
lot of
with this.
officers won't go along with it. So maybe these
New York
are
State-
thugs
New York
that are
State-
picked out.
Yeah, no, you're
Huh?
absolutely right. Well, these are the thugs that are picked out to make sure that shit stays in line in the facility at nighttime.
Yeah, these are particular team of people they handpicked because they have a propensity to violence and they don't care. They have they probably been told, to be cold and unfeeling towards the inmates and dehumanize them.
But this
Because
is
not all officers are going to go along with this. So they probably have to have certain officers chosen in a group that do that. I've seen officers in Arizona pull off their badge and open a door to fight with an inmate, and they were always caught because there's cameras everywhere. They were fired, and they faced charges for assault. You cannot. These inmates weren't handcuffed when they were fighting them. It was a street fight type of thing in the pod. But that's not tolerated. It's not allowed. And then that inmate ended up suing the state. And the family was actually notified by the prison that this took place.
wow. That would
The
definitely not
inmate,
happen. Not at
the
all.
inmate actually sued and got money too. So he didn't die. But those
These guys,
officers lost their
when
temper and
they
lost
go
their job.
to school with each other, they're family, friends, they're cousins, they're all related in New York State. Every last one of them. Every jail, all the COs are related somehow because the industry that once was is no more, and the prison system is the industry for these guys that are, doing the job now. But
They all covered for each other. But that's still not going to fly because this is public. The
well,
public should be outraged about this. I mean, look, inmates commit crimes. They make mistakes. They kill people. They hurt people. There's a lot of bad guys behind bars. But when you put on that badge, as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't want to work in an environment that is violent like that. And we have a responsibility to rise above, that behavior and to set an example and to be fair but firm and consistent. Our job is not to judge. Our job is not to beat them down. The courts should take care of that. And the fact that they're in prison, separated from their families and things like that, that's their consequence for their behavior. It's not our job to punish them. It's our job to keep the public safe and keep them in prison. It's not our job to beat them up and hurt them or injure them. It's our job to protect them. Where I worked, we protected them from other inmates. And it was our job to protect the inmates from themselves as well if they want to commit suicide or whatever. Because we don't want them committing suicide, because that's not really justice for the families that these inmates had commit crimes against. They have to serve their time. And besides, it's like against the law to commit suicide. So we have to abide by that and protect them from themselves and from each other and from other officers. If that sort of thing happens, we are mandated to report it, or you get fired.
definitely doesn't happen in New York State. There is like they're like serial killers. It's almost like a fraternity. Like these kind of squads, they're notorious. They're like everybody
Well, the
knows about.
fact that this video is in the public and that you can actually view this,
Mm-hmm.
that means they need to clean house. They
No, that's
need
what it is.
to they need to fire everybody there and rehire new people. Anyone, but there's so much cover up and everything. It would be pretty hard to weed out the good from the bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, you would have to start anew. You would have to start getting from the academy or whatever it is class that just passed, and you would have to get them from where they're not from there. They would have to start making it where they would have to travel or relocate to actually change the culture of what it is that they're doing. Because the only way that this is going to stay going is if they keep them all together. They would have to separate them and put them on like a draft kind of situation and say, you want to be a CO? Well, you're relocating to the West, but you're from the East and you have no ties there. You know what I mean? It would be something like that. But I don't know. It would have to be a whole new. It would have to be a whole new crew, like everybody with the
Well, I
whole.
think there will be consequences for these officers because one, the inmate died. Two, this video is public. You know, and I think they must have known. I think they might have known, but they were just being sloppy because that one officer looked like he was standing in front of the camera on purpose to cover and get in the way so they couldn't see
These,
him punching,
these
although he
officers,
wasn't very good at it.
they got 20 and better doing this. They got 4 and 5 stripes on their sleeve. So that's another thing too. These are not.
Well, that means the time that they've been in service. For
Yeah,
some
they all.
states, it's 4 years. For some states, it's 5 years. I think my stripes were every 4 years. You got a stripe,
Yeah, New York
or maybe
State.
it's every 5 years.
A lot of them stay for 30 and better because they want more on their pension. They'll stay
Right.
extra. They'll get the yard job. They'll do the yard. They'll get something easy. You'll probably do maintenance or something. But that's how that works.
Well, in New York, the I had a good friend of mine I've known for many, many years. We started around the same time in Arizona, and he actually worked in New York. He worked in Sing Sing, and he worked in one of the other prisons there. And he said that the way it works is the more time you have in, you put in your position that you want to be in. So as
Yeah,
you get older and you've been doing it for so many years, you tend to want the easier jobs. So you'll put in for a control room. And
yeah. They call
then,
that bid at the top. They'll bid it, so it'll go by seniority.
yeah,
So whoever has higher seniority, they can bid for that position.
right. In Arizona, the supervisors put you wherever they want to. And if they're mad at you, they give you the shit jobs. They'll give you
Yeah,
poop watches or, dry cell watches, which basically somebody swallowed drugs. You got to watch them and make sure if they poop, you can get that out because the drugs are supposed to be in there if they swallowed something.
72 hour
Or
watch.
yeah, or um they'll give you whatever job they think you hate.
Oh, that's not how it works in New York State. They actually,
In New
the
York
more
they
senior you
bid for
are,
their position. Yeah, they
yeah,
bid for the yeah, so
they got a good package when it comes to their union because they have a culture that's set up to understand that.
I'm
But I
wondering if
guarantee they'll mess
that
it up
team
though.
that was in there doing that, there was a sergeant there and stuff too. I'm wondering if that team is actually like
That's the enforcement
the
squad. That's their
tactical support team. Was that their tactical team?
something like that. You would call them that, but they're really called the beat up squad. They don't dress up into like turtle suits and shit. They come in and they wreck shit and they leave in examples and then everybody says, "Oh shit, let me get in line and let me not do none of that shit because I don't want to fucking die." So this is they do this. This is what they do. This is their tactic. They're on their we come in here, we run shit. If you want to try us, we'll kill you and put you in a pine box in the back. And everybody knows this. Everybody. Does not matter what jail you go to, they teach you this in reception. They'll ask you to give you your left sneaker with your right foot. If you fuck up, they're gonna beat the shit out of you.
My friend Mark has never told me about that side
Of
of the
course not.
prison system out
Of course
there.
not. Of course not. But there's one in every
But he did
single.
tell me that the Arizona prison system was a Care Bear unit. It was a joke. But he didn't strike me as the type of guy that would be on a team like that either.
Well,
Not
And in New York, correctional officers are peace officers. They're certified peace officers. They're basically cops. They can arrest people on the street. Yeah.
well, that's scary.
They don't do that, but
Fuck.
they have as much authority as any cop on the street. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I was in
Did you
Fishkill
did you
and
know that?
I didn't know that. That's scary to actually that's actually a thing.
They have to go through the police academy and they're called peace officers, but they work in corrections. They don't work on the street, but they have the same powers as police officers, but they generally don't go out on the street and do police officers' jobs and arrest people.
but they can.
But they
That
could
would be so scary.
say if they're a civilian and there's a bar brawl or something, they could arrest people if they want. But I don't think they run around carrying handcuffs and civvies,
Probably not. These guys are in-town folks. All these towns that have jails in them, the census gets counted for that particular county. It doesn't even go. So 90% of the people that are locked up in New York State doing prison time are not even from New York State. They're from the city. So everybody up there is an industry. They benefit off of the jail because the jail gets counted as census for the county, which then funds the county to be more prosperous. So everybody's getting benefits up there, and everybody down here is just fucking living a rat race and just committing crime because of committing crime. So it's like it's the perfect machine. It's a well-oiled machine. So it's like we keep New York State Department of Corrections and those COs, we keep them employed because all their product, us, comes from the city.
I know in Arizona there's a town called Florence,
I think I've heard of it.
Florence Prison.
Mm-hmm.
That prison is an old ass prison, and everybody in that town works at the prison.
Wow.
It's a prison town. There's nothing else out there but the prison.
Same kind of thing up here in New York State. There's just parts of New York State where that's what it is. Like it's prison town.
Mm-hmm. Buckeye used to be like that, but most people lived in surrounding towns like Goodyear and Avondale. Now it's built up, but not everybody that lives in Buckeye works at the prison because there's other industries there. There's stores. It's a city. So a lot of people have other jobs, but inmates get out and kind of stay in the same area because their families move there to Buckeye to be close to the prison to visit the inmates.
Wow.
So there's a lot of ex-inmates and inmate families and stuff that live there, and there's officers that live there too.
You did.
Yeah,
I live there.
that's how some of the prisons are out here. They'll have the superintendent, the warden, would sleep on grounds like they would have their own house and stuff. Like they have their own property on the grounds of the prison facility grounds, like New
Yeah,
York
I
State
think there's
facility.
also there might be isn't there living quarters in
Yep,
New York
yep,
where
yep,
officers live on the prison?
yep,
There's actually housing and stuff.
yep.
In Texas, they had some prisons that were like that. The
You
one
know,
I
that's
worked
wild.
at, they had some housing there, but you had to put in to live there. And the warden and deputy wardens were required to live on
On the
site.
grounds.
Mm-hmm. Was probably same thing in New York, but not all officers live on the grounds. You have to put in for it. You probably have to do something special to get that housing.
Yeah. You
I wouldn't
probably
want to live on prison grounds.
I
That's
don't know.
crazy,
It's like doing a bid. Who the hell wants to be in prison working and then live on the ground? That would be crazy.
right? No.
Wow.
Then everybody knows your business for sure.
Yeah, but that's usually what happens in these state prisons that we have in New York State. It's just like that. It's
But you should
crazy.
keep track of what happens because I think these guys are going to go get
Well,
fired and go to prison because all this
I
is
think
public now. Who
no, yeah,
leaked
I
the
think that
video?
so Letitia James, the Attorney General for New York State, she says she wants to be transparent, so she released the video. It's actually on the website.
Well, who leaked it to her? Somebody from within the prison had to leak it.
Well, I think the fact that the kid died and they had to report it some way somehow, and then probably inmates some way have somehow found a way to get in contact and have it reported. Because if that doesn't happen, nobody would ever know. But the fact that they thought those cameras were not running is what gets me. They kind of like they were like comfortable enough to be able to say, you know what, we trust these cameras to say they're off. They're off. When we can do what we want to do. So I think they just exposed themselves, and that might have been a plan when they put in these cameras because that's new. That is something that's very, very new. I've never seen that before, and I'm actually happy that they've done it because they kind of got him. They kind of slept him, and they showed their true colors.
Well, now most police officers out in the field have a body cam. Maybe it's expanding into corrections.
It's got to be. It's got to be some sort of pilot program or something. But I know that there's always somebody being reported about somebody dying in a facility from the beat up squads, and it always gets swept under the rug. So finally maybe it was heard and they said, you know what, we're going to put these body cams in so we can figure out what's going on. Had them on long enough and they really thought they knew how to work them. And guess what, idiot, you got yourself a new bid. You'll be sitting right there, and they're probably going to send them to a, a good jail where like they'll be protected by COs that'll hold them down. They'll probably all be on some sort of unit together or something. It'll be wild, but that'll definitely change the culture of the prison system. This is going to be alarmingly.
They might have made them put it on because they're peace officers.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's because of all the reports and all the stuff that's been happening. I'm telling you, this is not their first rodeo. This is something that happens. This is a part of the culture of New York State prison system. Yeah,
Because
Yep.
inmates are human beings too, and they deserve a second chance. And it's not our job to do that. Our job is to protect the public.
Even though he stabbed a woman.
It doesn't matter what he did.
Mm.
He could be Hannibal
Talk that
Lecter.
shit.
Our job is not to beat his ass. Our job is to keep them incarcerated, to protect
I
the
don't know.
public, and protect them from themselves and others.
Like you said, Plug, you buy the book, bro.
Buy the book. I love it. I love it, AZ. I love Corrections Mama. This was a great episode. Make sure y'all go back and watch the whole thing. We appreciate you guys.